sponsored by Utah Disaster Kleenup. As spring and summer approach, wildfires are a growing threat, but there are steps that you can take to protect your home. James Naylor from the Utah Disaster Kleenup is here to share essential tips on protecting your property. Welcome to the show, James.
Thank you for having me. This is great.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for keeping our homes safe. Let's just dive right in. With wildfires becoming an increasing concern, what are the most common risks that come with that?
So one thing that people don't understand is that even if your house is really far away from a fire, the embers will travel miles and miles, and they could land anywhere in your yard. So the number one thing to watch for is the defensible space of your home. Go outside, look at your yard, and look at what can be burned. I mean, if we stopped building our homes out of wood, there would be no fires, but that's obviously not practical. So you got to do the best you can to clear everything around your home that could light up in flames if a little ember were to land on it.
Well, and there's been several fires up near Ensign Peak. That's actually closer to where I live, and it can happen so fast, and I don't think people realize how quickly that ember can burn, right?
Exactly, yes.
Okay, so if something like that were to happen, are you starting to, do you use water in your area to water things down? What is something that they can do if that ever did happen?
Well, it is hard to mitigate once it's happening, but knowing your home and protecting it, looking at your building, like the materials that are used for your building. For example, a lot of people in Park City have wood shingles, and you want to make sure that you have fire-rated wood shingles, which are chemically treated to be fire resistant. You know, everybody likes to build their homes out of wood, like I mentioned, but there are alternate materials that we can use for building, and that way it will be less likely to light up in flames. And again, clearing out the space around your home, yeah.
Well, you always think it's not going to happen to you, but it's about taking those precautionary steps is what you're trying to say. Okay, so what are some of the most effective steps homeowners can take to protect their homes from wildfires, in addition to some of the things you're kind of talking about?
Other than what I mentioned, the biggest thing is understand your insurance policy. Finding out what is covered in your policy that after a disaster happens is the very worst time to be looking at it. Do it now. Call your agent, find out what does it cover, because a lot of insurance companies don't cover wildfires at all. But if you ask about a separate deductible for wildfire specifically, like if you're in an area that needs protection from wildfires, that is a great way to know that you can be protected and the insurance will cover you in the case that there is damage done.
Yeah, I think it's just being prepared for all of those things, and all of these things are so helpful. In the unfortunate event that home is damaged or destroyed by fire, how can Utah Disaster Kleenup help?
Yes, so luckily, hopefully you're covered by insurance, but if not, we can come in and help give you guidelines on how to protect, smoke damage and smell. Those are huge. The fire itself is not the biggest damage doer to most properties, but the smoke and the odor. We can come in and deodorize the home. We can show you how to clean everything. And if the home does burn, we are able to clean up and restore it back to the way it was before.
Which is incredible. For people who are preparing for wildfire season, how can they stay updated on fire risks and stay prepared throughout the entire summer? Because it's going to be really warm.
Right. So the Park City Fire District website actually has really great information on there. People should go there, and then they can also call us at Call UDK. Check out calludk.com. They can call us and ask us questions and all that stuff.
Well, thank you so much for sitting here and talking about all this. It's so important. It's things that we're not thinking about. It's how to be prepared, and you guys are there for everybody. So thanks for doing what you do.
Happy to do it.
Absolutely. Thanks, James.